Now you can watch Charm City Direct TV on 3 major platforms. On YouTube, go to Charm City Direct TV, Periscope at Charm City Direct, and Facebook Live at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. We are the heartbeat of the city. What's good, good people? Good morning and welcome to another edition of coming to you this morning in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. Today, I have a topic that I want to talk about, and also people have heard this phrase said commonly throughout the years, and it is a phrase of affirmation. It is a phrase of comfort, and I wanted to share this phrase with you because some of you today needs to hear a good word. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. Some of you today have some situations that you don't know how to get out of. Some of you feel that the weight of the world is right on your back. Some of you feel that when you wake up every day, something is going to happen. But I came to tell you today, good people, and no, I'm not going to start preaching, but I merely need to share this with you. And today's topic today is called "This Too Shall Pass." This too shall pass. You've heard lots and lots of people say this phrase. You've heard your mother, your father, your grandmother, and it don't even have to be a biblical meaning. It is an affirmation. It is a word or a phrase that you say repeatedly to yourself, and you speak it out in the universe when things are not going your way, when life has thrown you a curveball, so to speak, and you don't know where to turn, but then you stop and you say to yourself, "This too shall pass." And my challenge to you today, good people, is when you finish watching this live is to, if you're on your way to work, if you're on your way to start your day in the morning, and when you're on your way to whatever it is that you're doing, I want you to stop and simply say this phrase: "This too shall pass." This too shall pass means that the difficult thing that you are suffering will pass away. As difficult things have passed for others before you, it also means that the great thing you are experiencing will eventually fade away and be forgotten. The phrase is used to both comfort the suffering and to chasten the proud. This too shall pass. I want to share a story with you right now of a young man who finds himself a job. And when he went to this job every day, he was so proud of this job. He couldn't get enough of this job, and every day he stayed and came and was blessed with this job, and he loved this job. In fact, he stayed at this job for more than 14 years at this job. And every day when he came to work, he was just so proud that, one, he's able to work, and he's a man. He come to work, go home, be with his family, be joyous in his family, and then the next day is repeatedly every day. He wakes up, go to work, come home to his family. But then one day there's a person that comes and gets himself or themselves a job, and by the man being there for so long, his tenure there, people love him, and by him being there so long, he has gained a rapport with the people. Good rapport, that is. And he's been there so long, the people love him. He smiles, he greets the people, how you doing? He listens to problems. People that needs to vent, they vent to him. But then one person comes and they get a job too. And he don't like that. He sees that possibly this person can propose a threat. And see, he's been there so long, everybody know him, everybody love him. He's been there so long. He's a great person. But then you have this person over here, and he comes and he's looking at this, and he noticed why nobody likes him, or why is it that the same rapport that this man over here gets, he don't get it. And he somehow managed to connive and what's the word I'm looking for, good people? He somehow managed to connive and try to damage the character of this man. Oh, he don't go around talking about him. He don't, talk bad about him to other people. It's just the sheer fact that this man over here, everyone loves, and he's over here, and he seems to kind of figure out why these same people that love him don't love him. Love this man, but don't love him. So his brain is clicking, people. His brain is clicking, and the devil is constantly tapping him on the back and whispering sweet nothings in his ear, and he's trying to find ways to throw darts into this man's life and try to get him off of his axle, so to speak. And he constantly create ways to bring some type of hindrance to this person. So eventually the man over here, who comes to work every day, who has a family, who provides food for their family, for his family to eat, and he somehow hears all of the things that this person is doing, and he stops and he says, why? It gets the best to him. He don't know what to do. He's prayed and he's cried and he sought help, and the same people that he went to talk to, they can't seem to help. And he's been there for 14 years, people. Understand, listen, he's been there for 14 years and everybody loves him, but it seemed that the powers that be it has somehow followed this new person. What have the new person told them? But he continued to go to work. He continued to go to work and continue to have a smile on his face. He continued to push on through the day, the hard work that is put on him. And despite all of the hard work that he has to do, and despite that, the young man is constantly, every day trying to diminish and damage this person's soul and bring this man down. One day, people, he come home from work after a long day of work, and he stops in the middle of his living room and he says, "This too shall pass." Sometimes you gotta say that to yourself, people. Sometimes you just gotta stop and say, "This too shall pass." This, whatever it is that's bothering you, that's hindering you inside, this too shall pass. People, there's another phrase that I like to say all too often: troubles. Troubles don't last always. That when it gets to the top and you think that nobody is listening to you, nobody is around to talk to, and this too shall pass. It's just a test of your endurance, people. Great things are in store. Great things are opening in your life, and great opportunities are here to come, people. And although you seem like there's no light at the end of that tunnel, there's no door that appears to open when you try it. Hold on, good people. Somebody need to hear this message today. Somebody needs to hear this today, people. Somebody needs to just stop and say, "This too shall pass." When the devil is tapping you on the shoulder and whispering sweet nothings in your ear, and he comes in many forms, people. Oh yeah, he comes in many forms. He comes in a form of a husband that you've married. He comes in a wife that you married. He comes in a boyfriend, a girlfriend. He comes in a long-time relative that you have not talked to in so long, and that person comes back into your life, and they are all the time, they are whispering in your ear. When you think that nothing is going your way, I want you to stop, people. I want you to stop what you're doing. If you're at work, if you're at home, if you're outside in the street, if wherever you at and you seem that the burdens of the world is on your shoulders, I want you to stop and say, "This too shall pass." Troubles troubles don't last always. That was yesterday, people. Today is a new day. And we have now embarked on the beautiful arrival of spring, and we had kind of like a semi-harsh winter. We didn't get any significant amount of snow, thank God. Now we are embarking on a new arrival, a new season, springtime. And once spring is gone, we have summer, and it's back on to fall. And your troubles yesterday are not your troubles. I'm not going to preach to you people. This is merely a motivational message to anybody that needs to hear it. When you're faced with uncertainties, when you're faced with people who constantly keep trying to bring you down, people, to stop and say, this too shall pass. Now, you don't even have to say anything to them. Now, if you're one of those people that you have to, you just look them in the face and tell them to come here and say, this too shall pass. And I guarantee you the face they'll make when you say that is, See, the devil do not like when you're happy. When do the devil attack people? When you're what? When you're miserable. When you're lonely. When you're burdened. That's when the devil come in. When you're vulnerable. That's when the devil attacks, right? But when you're happy and when you full of spirit, and when you wake up refreshed and charged and ready to get that day started, devil is nowhere around. I encourage you people to look at your problems as merely opportunities for something that's great to come. Now, the phrase, this too shall pass, believe it or not, does not appear in the Bible as I was doing my research, but it is a passage in the Bible. For those who read the Bible, and for those who different religious beliefs, the Quran, or I'm not sure. I read the Bible. It says, I had it. There is no "this too shall pass" Bible verse in any translation of the Bible in existence today. It could have been a paraphrase of what is found in Acts 2, chapter 21, which says, "And it shall come to pass that everyone who calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." So it could have derived from this passage, but I just think it's a little deeper. Not taking away from what it says in the Bible. I'm not saying that, but I think that when you are faced with suffering and a burden and people talking about you and people throwing darts in your life and trying to diminish your character, or trying to take you off of your high spirit, or take you out of your character, so to speak, or anything that has nothing to do with bringing you happiness. That's what I'm trying to say. This too shall pass. Sometimes you just gotta stop people. And like I said, with your religious beliefs, whatever it is that you do, you pray, you meditate, you call upon the universe, you pray to God, or you pray to Allah, Buddha, whatever it is that you do. Sometimes you just need to stop and say that little phrase, "This too shall pass." For everything that's going on in the world, people, with everything that is not of good standing or good being, sometimes you just gotta stop and pray, or just simply say, "This too shall pass." Do not allow anyone to take you out of your character, diminish your character, diminish your name, diminish your being. Because you are a child of the Most High. You are a child of the Creator. And anything that hinders that, anything that bothers that, or trying to come between the relationship that you have with your Creator, your spiritual being, is not good. They will be dealt with. And I'm not talking about, any type of wrongdoing or beat up or killed. I'm not talking about that. They will be dealt with. I just wanted to get on here for this little bit of time to share this with you people. I just wanted to tell you that wherever it is that you're going through, whatever problems that you are encountering. I remember, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna leave. My family now is going through a situation where a person was not honest with us. So we have to, I wouldn't say suffer, but we have to live with this nightmare. And when it happened, I just shook my head and I said, how can people just be so dishonest? The greatest form of interaction, people, is community. If you cannot use this to interact or communicate, something is wrong. And then I said to myself, why? Why? Why us? and I found myself calling around and asking for advice and asking people to help, and I wasn't getting the information that I needed to hear. I wasn't getting that, and I became frustrated. I became angry, and I kept going back to the situation. I'm like, why? I'm like pulling out my hair. I kept going back to the sheer fact of why us? And then one day I said to myself, and I did just what I was saying right now. I stopped and I said, this too shall pass. I said to myself, I said, when all else failed, of course I prayed, because I'm a very spiritual person. I prayed. I grew up in church, people. First and foremost, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray to my creator. I'm going to pray to the Lord. But then I stopped and I said, this too shall pass. This problem, some of you need to do that right now. Some of you need to stop and simply say to yourself, or say it out loud, this too shall pass. I love you all. Thank you for watching. This has been Edigga Speaks. Today's topic, this too shall pass. Make sure you go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. Now you can get to see Charm City Direct TV live shows on 3 major platforms. Of course, facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV, or you could go to Twitter or Periscope at Charm City Direct, or you can check us out live on YouTube right now at Charm City Direct TV. Hey, you've been great. You've been fabulous, awesome as always. Remember, people, when life brings you uncertainty, burden, and when people come into your life that are not good for your life, and they create all kind of havoc in your life, stop and say to yourself, this too shall pass. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Hey, have a great day. Enjoy this good weather. Enjoy spring, because we deserve it. And I'll see y'all again next Wednesday. Same great time, same great station, right here on Charm City Direct TV. As I say, as all time, I holler at you, I smile at you. Peace. Now you can watch Charm City Direct TV on 3 major platforms. On YouTube, go to Charm City Direct TV, Periscope at Charm City Direct, and Facebook Live at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. We are the heartbeat of the city. What's good, Baltimore? It's the man you all know and love, Edigga. Hey, make sure you tune in every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. to Edigga Speaks. That's right, live right here on Charm City Direct TV. Hey, remember, every Wednesday, 9 a.m. right here on Charm City Direct TV. Get a chance to join me as I talk about world views, local views, a little bit of humor. You know how I do. Hey, make sure you check out the show that's always real, never fabricated, right here on Charm City Direct TV.